Hello, Fall into Fitness. All right, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my journey and who I am and the successes that I've had, as well as kind of the things that I feel like I put in place in order to have success. So I'm going to back up a bit. I started my journey about 2.5 years ago, actually almost almost 3 years ago. December 7th, 2013 was the day I made a change. And when I'm talking I made a change, I literally walked home that day from a friend's house. I was there for a play date, and she had been on this health and wellness journey and had had great success. And after a talk with her, I decided that that day was the day that I was going to make this change. And so that day is forever burned in my brain. Like I said, I remember the date, December 7th, 2013. And from that day forward, I progressed in my journey, and I was able to lose 70 pounds, and I was able to keep off 70 pounds for about 2 years now. And that to me is the biggest takeaway I have for my journey, is the fact that not only did I lose the weight, but I've been able to keep that weight off. Because that's, we can all lose weight, but it's extremely important to learn the valuable skills that we need in order to keep that off. And so when I started my journey, I actually didn't start with Beachbody. I started by walking on my treadmill, walking around my block, doing some home workout DVDs, and I saw success. But then I hit a wall. I hit a plateau, and I couldn't get my body to respond anymore. I was still enjoying what I was doing, but I was at this kind of place where I was getting frustrated. And so that's when a friend of mine who knew I was on this health and wellness journey mentioned Beachbody to me and my personal coach, that she had a group and she had an accountability area where I could join and I could get extra support. So that launched my Beachbody kind of journey, if you will. And I have progressed through many of the Beachbody workout programs. I have done a large amount of them for various reasons, because my goals have changed along my way, and I have had success in each and every one of them. A lot of the times it's in different ways. Sometimes I'm building muscle, sometimes I'm leaning out, sometimes I'm losing weight. There's so many different ways, but I have found an avenue for me that works, because I have 3 children, I stay at home, I live on an acreage, and there is no way I can make it to a gym. I don't want to spend the money on the gym, as well as I just don't have the time to do that, nor do I actually really want to be in a gym, truth be told. So it's not something I even want to do. So this fits the bill perfectly, and it allows me to have access to so many different types of programs for me to have continued success. So what do I think allowed me to lose 70 pounds and keep 70 pounds off? And believe me, it wasn't like I started day one and I understood all of these things. It was like I had a learning curve, but the one of the biggest things that I learned very early on is that you cannot judge your success by the day that you're on. What do I mean by that, right? We have a good day, we eat well, we exercise. Why can't I judge my success by that? The reason is because there is inevitably going to be a day that isn't going to go as planned. You're not going to exercise. Either excuses are going to get in the way, or legitimate reasons why you can't exercise are going to get in the way. You're going to make choices that aren't necessarily the healthiest. You're going to lose your way when it comes to nutrition and maybe deviate for 2-3 weeks. And I began to realize that if I judged myself by each and every single day, I had a wide range of emotion, right? Because it was like one day I was like, yay, I did great. And then, 3 days later, I'm like, oh man, this is horrible. I can't do this. So that's something I learned to throw out of the way. I learned to judge by the grand scheme of what I was seeing. And that is perpetually moving forward, even though there were these little hiccups and little bumps along the way. So that is number one. Consistency. I cannot stress this enough. You need to be more consistent with the things that propel you forward than being consistent with the things that don't. So you need to work out and sweat more days a week than you don't. You need to choose to eat healthy foods and choose to fuel your body properly more often than you don't. It's consistency. It's not perfection. Okay, we're all going to have times where, like I said, we deviate, but it is the consistency of choosing those things more often. Okay, that is number 2. Number 3, accountability. Accountability is huge. There is a reason for these groups. There is a reason why we have people check in. There is a reason why we want people to stay engaged, because we know when you wrap yourself up in a community, you will have more success and continued success. And very truthfully, when you're first starting your journey, that's when you need it the most, right? Now, if I have a few days where I don't have a connection with the group, maybe I'm camping or I'm on holidays, I don't feel it as heavily because I have solidified this pattern. But when I first started, let me tell you, I needed the accountability of the group. I used it to its fullest potential. I would post every day. I would let people know that I was there, that I was committed. And if I was struggling a day, I would post in the groups and I would say, I need some help. I'm struggling here. Somebody give me a virtual push. It works wonders. You need to love yourself along this journey. You need to love where you are right now. What you look like at this very specific time. Because if you spend your time trying to attain whatever this body is or whatever you're searching for, if that's when you think, oh, I'm going to love myself then, I know I'll love myself then, I'll feel good about myself then, no. It doesn't work like that. Hitting a weight is not a magic pill for, loving yourself and knowing your worth and knowing that you're an amazing, beautiful individual right now. Okay, it doesn't mean there's not things that you want to work on. It just means that you need to accept yourself as you are right now and continue to move forward. It can be a tough thing. What do I do for days where I just look at myself and go, ugh, I don't really like what I look like, or man, I could lose weight, or my pants are getting tight? I do something called personal development, and that is going online and either say reading some inspirational quotes, using personal development books, that help solidify that you have value right now, and that your value isn't wrapped up in the way that you look. And so, don't ever hesitate to reach out for things like personal development. But my big goal here, just to kind of let you in a little bit on who I am, is I had many times where I would start and stop, start and stop, start and stop, start and stop. And this time it stuck. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, it was because I found something that worked for me on a consistent basis, which for me is working out from home and drinking Shakeology. And 2, the accountability and having this virtual community that I can plug into. It is absolutely incredible. So anyways, everybody, I wanted to just share a bit of who I am. And I am extremely excited for this group. I don't know. I love fall. I love, the focus that people start to get before the holiday season hits. And we know we are going to be going to these holiday parties. I love it. I love it. Hold on to it, grasp onto it, and just know you are beautiful.